Sometimes in our calls, we also get the questions whether you have to change the supplier, or what do you do actually if you want to stay with your current supplier and you don't want to change them because you have a good relationship with them, because you know the good quality, you know things are working out for years. I don't want to change my supplier, and I would be a little bit scared. It's like, can I raise the topic of reducing purchasing costs? Do I just burn a good relationship with my supplier if I ask them to lower the prices? I mean, don't get me wrong, but no, why would you? Imagine you're spending like 50,000, 100,000, whether annually or per order with your supplier. Um, and just think about this. Would your supplier run away and say, I'm not producing for you anymore, I don't need your 50 or $100,000, if you just ask them for better prices? Of course not. That's not an issue. That's never really an issue. It's just about speaking in good terms and good manners with your current supplier, and just showing them actually. So, what's the reality of the market, and telling them also your situation means if you find alternative producers for the same or better quality for much lower prices, then why would you not, switch over to them? And if you show this to your supplier, to your existing one, and you also, of course, tell them, it's like, look, I'm happy to spend a bit more money with you. I'm happy to pay a bit higher prices, but I know our relationship is good. Plus, hey, you're becoming my friend. I want you to also have of course, a profit because you're building your own dream business, right? So, what does it take to actually get those alternative prices, to be able to speak to your current supplier and see if he can offer better prices? Well, very simple. All you have to do is you go out and you'll find alternative prices. So you find alternative suppliers for same or better quality, and just get them to, give quotes. The option is always that you can then go and start silently with a new supplier, see about the quality, see how everything goes for a lot cheaper. Or you use, of course, all of this data to have like open and honest and direct communication with your current supplier, telling them, it's like, look, I like you, I want to work with you, I want to stick with you, but your prices are so far off the market prices. Do me a favor, come closer to me, because I don't want to be forced to have to go away to other suppliers and leave our relationship behind. So all you have to do is, let's just jump in and have a call. Let's hop on a call and see if there's potential, to see whether we may know some suppliers already who do it cheaper with the same or better quality. And that can always leave now the outcome of saying, it's like, you stick with your current supplier and you negotiate better prices, or you start an alternative producer. And here's a story, like a textile producer, Australian seller, selling inside the US, having textile shirts. I'm not going into deep details. But he spent $180,000 every second month, right? And then we started looking for alternative producers, and we came out with $103,000 at the same supplier. So we reduced the purchasing cost by $77,000 every second month, while staying with the same supplier. Those prices were still way higher than what the market offered, but he was happy, the supplier was happy, he still kept his client, and it was a 40, I don't know, it's a 46 point, it's above 45%, I believe it was, of cost reduction, from 180,000 down to 103,000 every second month. Now, the end of the story then still later was he still went to another, still much cheaper supplier, below $80,000 then. So the cost reduction was like above $100,000 savings every second month. So that's more than $500,000, more than $600,000 saving in a year. And then new suppliers did a good quality there as well. So that makes absolute sense. And don't be afraid to talk to your current suppliers. Don't be afraid to challenge them. Just have open, honest, personal, respectful communications with them. Then you'll also see whether they're able to reduce the cost. And again, give them the chance to also build a great business, to also build their dream business, to make profit, to have friends in business, right? So best ideal way is that your supplier also becomes your somewhat friend, because you're having a close business relationship then. And there's a lot of things that can happen from this in the future.